Alright, what's going on, guys? This is our weekly solo player's guide to the Nightfall with a Titan. We do this every single, normally Tuesday and Wednesday because of maintenance, server maintenance on Tuesday. We're doing it Wednesday and Thursday this week. So if you're new to the channel, go ahead and hit subscribe because we do this every single week with all three classes, Hunter, Titan, and Warlock. So if you need the other two classes, look in the description box down below. Those will be available for your guided pleasure. We also do a Challenge of Elders guide, which is also available in the description box below. So if you need that, go ahead and look that up. Or go ahead and look in the description. But otherwise, let's go ahead and go over our modifiers, and then we'll look at our setup, and then we'll hit the guide. Modifiers include Epic, heavily shielded and highly aggressive enemies appear in great numbers. Grounded, players take more damage while airborne, so don't jump. Fresh troops. Some enemy squads have been fortified with additional reinforcements. I didn't see this one being too much of a thing. Maybe the last, the actual final boss fight, you could say there's some additional reinforcements, but for the most part, it's pretty average. Match game. Enemy shields are resistant to all unmatched elemental damage, so if it's got a void shield, you're going to want void damage of some sort. Otherwise, it's going to be very resistant. Like, you'll do like next to no damage practically. And then Catapult, grenade recharge rate is greatly increased. As far as setup goes, we start off looking like this. Got the Vision of Confluence to match those wizard shields. We're using Ex Machina because it does bonus damage to Fallen. And we're rocking that Void machine gun just to get rid of those Void shields. There are no arc shields, thankfully, so if you want to rock a solar or Void sniper, that would probably be more beneficial to you. But either way, it's up to you. And then of course we're rocking armamentarium for double grenades. As far as, before we get into that, and at the boss fight we actually switch over to Chaos Dogma and Gjallerhorn. As far as setup goes, definitely want cauterize. Enemies brought down by your fire regenerate your health, so every grenade kill will recharge your health just a little bit. We actually run explosive pyre. Enemies felled by your hammer explode, chaining fiery solar damage to others. So it's going to kill more people quicker, more or less. I like thermal vent, but that's up to you. You definitely want forge master, throw more hammers, and more hammers cause bigger explosions. And then I would suggest rocking a thermite grenade, but that's up to you. Let's go ahead and break this guide open. Alright, so this is one of the worst experiences I've had in the Nightfall in a very long time. Not because it's difficult. Go ahead and throw a grenade right there, by the way. And then try and run down the middle. I was trying all kinds of different ways. Just whatever you do, try not to jump. I was dying a lot. Just by out of habit trying to Titan skate. And that will count you as in the air, so you will get bonus damage done to you. So just try not to do that. And then go ahead and take out these guys. Remember that wizard is going to need a solar weapon to get those shields down effectively. They will get down if you're not, but it will take forever. So if you're not using a solar primary, go ahead and rock it. Go ahead and rock Gjallerhorn. It'll take most of these ads out almost instantly. But like I was saying, one of the worst experiences I've had in a long time because of glitches. I posted a video earlier because I was so tilted I didn't say anything in that video. It's just me trying to get Taniks to spawn in the second room. It's been ridiculous. Since yesterday I've been trying to get this guy done. Finally got it done today. But once you go ahead and kill all the ads, go ahead and get whatever supply box you get. Usually you get a heavy or can't think, or a special primary box, ammo box. Go ahead and kill one of the ogres, and then definitely kill any of these ads that are chasing you up. and then go ahead and kill the wizard. I would recommend leaving one of these ogres alive just because of time, but you don't want to leave all of them alive. I learned the hard way because they'll melt you pretty quick because you practically have to jump to get past these things. So go ahead and kill one of the ogres, the wizard, and then all of the ads that are charging at you. And then go ahead and move into the next section. Also, ads were teleporting like crazy this time around. I don't know what was going on. I don't know if it's because of that server maintenance they were doing Tuesday now. But geez, it was ridiculous. So try not to rage if that happens to you. Just go ahead and set your controller down, take a break. Don't want to break any controllers over a game that's going to be dead and over with in a couple months. Probably, anyways. I don't see a whole lot of people sticking it over to Destiny 2 when Destiny 2 comes out. But go ahead. In this room, there's going to be 4 or 5, maybe 6 knights. One of them being a major. There's also going to be one wizard and some acolytes. Go ahead and focus on them. Don't even worry about Taniks. All these hive enemies will do a bunch of damage to him. So just go ahead and not even worry about them at all. Or about him at all. By the time you get all the enemies down and dead, they will usually have gotten rid of Taniks for you. So just go ahead and take care of these knights. Now, if they keep just bombarding you, and you just stand there waiting for them to stop shooting you, you can actually go back down the tunnel a little bit and just shoot the wall, and they will be actively looking at that section instead of where you're at, so you can kind of sneak in and maybe get a quick snipe or two. But other than that, once you go ahead and clear all the ads, make sure you get all of the ammo in the room, and then we'll move on. Alright, so in here, I like to take out this Siva thing right there, and then throw a grenade down here, and then also throw a grenade at the door down below. That'll clean up any ads trying to come in here, or most of them. There is going to be one captain with a void shield, so whatever void weapon you're using, go ahead and rock that out, because if you do clean up most of the ads, he will just come charging at you like so. And then you have to be very careful with Taniks. You want to pretty much stay behind this computer screen right here and just get him out of there as quick as possible. Be very careful. As you can see, if I was less than 400 light, he would have killed me right there, and I would have probably rage quit and not made this video. But anyways, go ahead and just whittle him down. There's also eventually going to come into this room 2 more knights. Those are both just regular red bar health enemies. So go ahead and take them out. And then try and focus on Taniks, but also do some damage to the major wizard that's going to be in here. Again, use your solar weapons. And otherwise, just throw a bunch of grenades. As soon as you get Taniks out of this room, about 6 or 7 dregs are going to come in from that same door at the bottom of this area. Go ahead and just throw a couple grenades in that direction. You'll see me do it in a minute. That way you'll clean up the majority of you pretty much get all of the regular dregs, and then there's just going to be 2 major dregs. Nothing really major to worry about. But go ahead and just take them out, and then we'll move on. Once you get here, come on down to this section right here. Throw a couple grenades down there. And go ahead and kill everything in this tunnel, including the hive. If you don't kill these acolytes, they will chase you deep down in this room. Learn that during this run. And then go ahead and find whatever else you want to kill just to get that tank spawned in. I like taking out that Siva cluster just because it gets in your way in just a second. Once you get that audio cue that the tank is coming in, go ahead and throw 2 grenades over there. That should take care of most of these vandals. And there's also going to be a major captain with a solar shield and cannon. So be careful of him. But what you want to do is you try and use that cannon against the tank. Usually the first leg that you're going to go after, go ahead and shoot that. As you'll see, I'm so frustrated until by this time I completely miss. I think I shoot the pillar right in front of me. Was not happy about that at all. But just be very careful of that blast, as you can see right there. Don't even know what to say about that. But go ahead and take these guys out. That's going to be a Void Shield Captain. I think I popped my super, yeah. There's going to be a few Vandals around with him. But shouldn't be too bad to worry about. Just take them out before you really start worrying about the tank. That way there's nothing really shooting at you. Now when you deal with the tank, go ahead and throw your grenades as often as possible. But once you see him start charging that shot, stay over here until you see that. And then there's going to be a second wave of blast. Wait for that second wave before you start poking out again. Otherwise you're going to die very quickly. Then go ahead and shoot his legs to reveal his real crit spot, which is his neck. And as you can see, here's these teleporting ads right here. Got very lucky those didn't kill me this time around. But go ahead and just work your way on the boss. This is going to take a little while, so I am going to speed this up once I'm done explaining it. Once you get him down to about a half or maybe a third of health, hive will spawn in. So there's going to be, usually there's 2 shriekers. This time I only got 1 for whatever reason. There's also going to be 2 knights up top. There's going to be a knight in the way back, usually where those vandals are sitting. And then there's also going to be 2 ogres, as well as some acolytes. So go ahead, just focus primarily on the tank, and then just clean up the hive afterwards, because they will help you get that tank down a whole lot quicker. But as you can see, I don't follow my own advice. Just because I want those Shrieker Death Blasts to hit for sure the Fallen instead of me. So go ahead and do that if you please, if you want to. It's up to you. I would suggest just leaving it there though, just for it to continue doing damage to the tank. But once that tank is dead, also look down this tunnel. There's a bunch of Invis Vandals and one knight. So go ahead and take care of all of them, and then we'll move on. Alright, so once you get here, go ahead and throw both grenades if you got them, and then back out as quickly as possible of the room, and just try and do as much damage as possible to Taniks. Obviously keep an eye on your health. Kill any of the ads that spawn in. You probably won't do enough damage to get him to completely clear these tunnels, so just be careful of that. I just popped my super here, just get these guys out of the way. And then just Be careful of Taniks around the corners. Throw grenades. This is why I suggest the thermite grenades, because they will do a bunch of damage. Not just to him, but also to any of the ads that are spawning in. So go ahead and run down and get to the final boss fight. This is where you want to switch weapons. Especially to Gjallerhorn. Gjallerhorn makes this fight a whole lot easier. Let's go ahead and start working on Taniks. Once you get his health and waves down, as soon as he'll teleport, and as soon as he teleports, you definitely want to start running. You'll hear him teleport. He'll make this little audio cue. Once that happens, go ahead and run to where he's at now. We're going to use that stage as kind of our cover area for the most part. We might run back down to around the stairs. And then that's when you're going to have to start killing Siva nodes to take your shields down. This first wave is going to be a bunch of vandals and dregs. What you want to do, as you see here, is just throw grenades constantly at that door. If you have grenades, throw them. That will save you a lot of hassle of having to deal with most of these ads. There will be some that sneak through, but for the most part you should be alright. Like, as you can see, I have no idea where that guy came from, but this is your other spot you can stand at. You can also throw grenades at the door from here. Just work on all the ads, and then work on these Siva clusters. I think there's about 5 of them, and then do damage to Taniks. Now once he teleports the second time, you are going to want to run to where we were standing before, on where I'm shooting at now. In this second wave, there's going to be a lot of servitors. This is where Gjallerhorn comes in, so try not to waste your shots. Your rockets, I mean. If you shoot Gjallerhorn in there, there's going to be a bunch of, like I said, servitors and vandals. If you can take them out with, or the majority of them out with your rockets, it will make it a whole lot easier. You do not want to do damage, start doing damage to Taniks before those servitors are taken out, because if they are still there, they're going to make your life a whole lot harder in this third wave. So the third wave, you're going to want to stay on the same side. He's going to teleport back into the middle, and all is going to be our Shanks, Exploder Shanks, and Invis Vandals. So what you're going to want to do is stay as close to these stairs on the right, to the right of us, next to that stage. You're going to want to go there for the most part. Obviously move if you're getting hit by too much fire. But as long as you stay as close as possible to those stairs, normally the Vandals and Exploder Shanks won't come at you. For some reason, they were doing that this time around. I guess it's just another glitch in the system. I'm not sure. But they almost got me. But luckily they didn't. So go ahead and do that. And then go ahead and work on the Siva nodes. You can start working on the Siva nodes on the third wave pretty much as soon as they spawn in. As we'll see, I'll show you. I think I go. This right here is about where you want to be for the rest of the fight. And as you can see, servitors, just blow them up with as many Gjallerhorn shots as it takes. They might teleport, they might not. Hopefully you guys don't have to worry about that, because it is incredibly frustrating. But go ahead and kill all of them, and then work your way on whittling the rest of Taniks down, and that's going to be it. So rewards are going to be at the end of the video, so if you're interested in those, we do have a skeleton key, I never did the sunrise bounty for this one. Apologize about that. But we also do get the nightfall reward, so that's always nice. Can't believe I forgot about popping that Sunrise Bounty suit for you guys, but probably wouldn't have been anything good anyways. So, like I said at the beginning of the video, subscribe if you're new to the channel. We do this every single Tuesday. Links in the description for other Nightfall guides and the Challenge Voters guide. And other than that, I'll talk to you guys later.